Hi, welcome. I'm Hannah. I'm super excited today because we are done with January, as you probably noticed because I'm kind of like halfway into February filming this, but whatever. I'm going to be reporting back on how my first month of budgeting went. I posted a video right at the start of the year with my budgeting plan, and it was my first month following these rules. And spoiler alert, I kind of didn't. But I'm still really happy with how it went, so I'll give you all those details when we get to it. As I said then, this budget was designed to work for me. I understand that everyone's in very different financial situations, and it definitely wouldn't work for everyone, but I made it for me. I said then also how I started the year with a couple different store credits or gift cards that I had just accumulated in 2021, and I was free to spend those whenever and however I chose. So to kick off my purchasing, on January 1st, Looxi relaunched their store. I don't know what's going on with Looxi. As I'm filming this, they had a release today. Very unclear if it's like manufactured shades or like their own custom blends. I'm kind of frustrated with them at this point, but part of this relaunch was that they were releasing manufactured shades, and I bought 6 of those and 6 of their custom blends, their artisan shades. And for that, I used a gift card that my lovely boyfriend Kevin had gotten me for my birthday in October. So that didn't have to come out of my like $200 allotment. So that was kind of nice. When I got those in, I did a whole video where I swatched all of them on my eyes, and kind of spoiler alert, but I think I'm going to end up decluttering all of the manufactured shades. They're just really not up to the standards that I like. But the artisan shades, I'm really enjoying. I'm enjoying them even more than I anticipated from my first video where I swatched them. I don't know if it's just because I've been using them more, but I really like them. I'm actually wearing all 6 of those on my eyes right now. I just have like a matte in my crease. I have rosé in my inner corner, pink lemonade on my inner third, hot rod in the middle, moth to a flame, low on the outer, fuchsia AF high on the outer, and dark waters on my lower lash line. And I'm really enjoying them. Part of my budget also, or part of what I said in that video, is that I'm going to be trying to purchase under 100 pans of eyeshadow this year. I'm already feeling like that might be difficult, and that's not like my #1 goal, especially if I kind of curate my collection that I already have a little bit better. But I decided that of these 12 that I purchased, if I do declutter 6, I'm gonna count like I bought 6 out of 100 this month instead of like 12 out of 100, because like I'm not keeping those anyway. And I do like buying these Looxi shadows for videos. So yeah, that's just kind of a housekeeping side note. But yeah, these are the 6. Happy with them. Fine with the fact that it was like $40 of the store credit just for the 6 because I'll be decluttering the other 6. Fine with it. When they had announced on December 31st that they were launching those on the 1st, I was like a little bit apprehensive because I wasn't planning on kicking off my 2022 shopping so soon, but I'm happy with them and it didn't snowball, so that's good. My next purchase was some items from Zara, and it was a couple days into the year. I had already had some tabs open on my phone for a while, and I saw they were having a sale. I'm not really sure what the order of events was, because the big reason that catapulted me into actually making a purchase was this sweater, and I don't remember if I found it from browsing on their website or if it was in an ad. I don't think I usually get ads for Zara like on Facebook or anything. But yeah, this sweater, I love it so much. It's like this green baggy sweater. It has these like green pearls. Something I'm really into is just like green metallic. I don't really have that in my life. I guess my nails are kind of green metallic. But I think I was really drawn to the sweater for this reason. I really like this shade of like bright Kelly green, and the fit's just beautiful. I love kind of like a drop sleeve, just like extra room in the armpit. and it's cropped without being too cropped. I'll pop up the picture of the model wearing it also, but I'm really happy with it. It feels really fancy. And this sweater with tax was about $52. I have it all recorded somewhere, but about $52. And something I'm trying to do is not use the decision to purchase one thing as a reason to go and purchase other things. But I was kind of excited about the sale, I was excited about the sweater, and I checked out those other tabs that I still had open on my phone, and I did end up buying a couple other things along with this. There was this ecru, I'm not sure how to say that word. I'm really into like all these different shades of off-white, and this mini skirt was something that, like, if I was going to do panic purchases at the end of 2021, which I didn't, by the way, I haven't even said that yet, it would have been this skirt. That would have been one of them. And now it was on sale for $18, so I purchased it. And then also there were these like pink jeans that I had been eyeing, and I think they were on sale for like $30, I believe. So I added that to the cart. Both of those items ended up not working for me. They were both too small. I find Zara sizing really weird. I don't know if that's just me not knowing my own size, but I find their sizing really weird. That mini skirt was like half my butt was hanging out, and then I ended up ordering larger size and it was way too big on me. So both of those things were returned, and returns obviously don't count towards my budget. The one other thing that I added to my cart though that I did end up keeping, so I said before that I'm into various shades of off-white. Well, that includes khakis. This pair was on sale for, I think, $12.99, and then with tax and everything it was like $13 and change. And I thought originally that they might just be like an easy return once I made my next purchase, and I was kind of thinking, oh shit, what can I return? But I really, really like them. So I'll pop a picture of them up also. But the thing that I think is so interesting about them is that they kind of like don't have like details up here. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know words, but you know how like other like jeans and stuff have like stitching here? I feel like I want to call these like seamless. They're just like seamless in the front, and I really like it. They're really high rise. They're really cute. I like them for casual situations. I could also wear them to work. I haven't yet, because sometimes I feel like when I wear things to work, I just like don't want to wear it otherwise. But I think I could, and I'm really into them. So I made those Zara purchases, I think it was the 6th of January, and I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty untempted to buy things, and I was pretty happy with that. But then something happened on the 8th. And that something was that my favorite fashion Instagrammer, Sarah Belle Elizabeth, that I think I've mentioned before, she was doing like a Poshmark sale. And throughout the day, I was periodically checking her Poshmark, seeing if she listed anything I was interested in. The prices were pretty cheap, and I was like, maybe there'll be something cool that I've kind of eyed on her and I can get it. And it turns out that there was. So the backstory for this item is that she had posted a bag collection last year. I think it was last January. And there was one bag in particular that I was like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. I had searched it, I had looked for it in the resale market, and I couldn't find it available anywhere. And the ones that I did see that were already resold were like out of my price range and not gonna happen. But I really liked it, and when I looked back to like see what I had seen originally, like I looked back recently, and I had actually commented on the video too, being like, that bag is amazing and that's my favorite. So I'm not sure if you are kind of piecing together where the story might be going, but where the story is going is that she listed that bag for sale on Poshmark. And I was immediately like, oh crap, what do I do? Like, I really love that bag, but if I buy it, am I just like abandoning my budget? And like, I just posted this video, and am I gonna have to like go back on that and be like, whoops? Because I feel like that's what happened last year. I bought a designer bag last January also, and I just was very like, how can I just completely abandon my budget a week into it? But like, as I was thinking about it, and this is all happening in a really short time frame because I was very nervous that someone else was going to buy it if I didn't, I just felt like it was worth it and I was gonna figure it out, and I bought it. And I don't think that's like good advice for most things, but I also want to learn to like rely on myself more and filter out the things that I'm kind of just like temporarily wanting from the things that I really, really like. And I do feel good about the decision that I made to go ahead and buy it. So we'll talk about the budget consequences in a moment, but I'll show you my little gem. I love her so much. So it's a Chloe sea bag. It's this like yellow and orange and red ombre with this like burgundy handle and a burgundy messenger strap and the silver accents, which obviously I'm a silver girl, so I wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't silver. But it's just so cute and so special. And I really like it. It's funny with Poshmark though, because Poshmark, I guess they automatically authenticate purchases over $500, which I wasn't sure how that worked when I purchased it originally. I wasn't too nervous because I feel like she's been very open about like buying things that are counterfeit accidentally and then sometimes using things that are fakes. I was pretty confident that she was confident that this was real. But I guess Poshmark, regardless of whether or not you want it, they go ahead and authenticate purchases over $500. So when she shipped it out, I bought this on a Saturday and she shipped it out on Monday. It got to the Poshmark headquarters on like Tuesday or Wednesday, and they took 3 weeks. They took 3 weeks to give me my baby. So I think I got her, I think it was like, I ordered her on January 8th and I got her, I think February 1st or February 2nd. So it was a lot of waiting. Thankfully, I didn't like regret my decision through all the waiting. But I will say that when I opened it, I was like, all right, it's cute, but it's a bag. It's a bag. But I've used it a couple times since then, and it's more than a bag to me now, which I'm really happy that it like grew on me. It just feels really special. I feel like the coolest person on earth the times that I've used this. And I think we're gonna have a really happy life together. So obviously it ate into my budget a little bit more than things I'm supposed to buy are. It was I think $8.69. Maybe my decimal point is off a little bit there. But after I bought it, I was determined to not have it be like an exception in my budget. Like that was kind of a thought at first. I was like, I didn't want to abandon the budget. And I was like, maybe I'll just make it like, I got this, we're gonna ignore that and keep going. Which isn't the worst thing also once you make a, you know, spendy decision. But I had this fire lit beneath me that I wanted to sell things to recoup the money for it. So I really aggressively started listing things on Poshmark and Mercari and making offers to people. And I managed to sell a lot of things that I wouldn't have sold if I didn't buy that item. On top of that also, I mentioned in the original budget video that I already had like $300 or $400 waiting for me to cash out in my Mercari when the year started. And I wasn't planning on spending that right away, but it was kind of like a little extra cushion that I knew was there. So I did cash that out also. But all in all, I was able to increase my budget from the $200 that I allot myself for every month to $864.33. So I sold a lot of stuff. For some reason, I don't have the notebook in front of me where I wrote down the exact numbers of what I spent because I have it like down to the penny there. But at the end of the month, I was in debt to myself like $70. So I'd spent somewhere around $934 for the 2 Zara items and the bag. So although this isn't my plan going forward, I don't plan on spending money before I get it. I think it did kind of work out this month, and I decided to just subtract that $70 from my February budget. So I started February the budget of $129 and change. And also interesting though, I did sell an item on February 1st that I made like $85 profit for. So like I listed that in January because of buying the bag. So while I know it's not ideal budgeting behavior, I'm happy about it, especially for this reason. I had the couple $100s in my Mercari already from selling my stuff, and then I sold more stuff because of this purchase. So I ended up trading, I'm not sure how many, 10, 20 items for one item. And my bottom line, my most important goal of all, is to minimize my stuff a little bit more, to get to a place where like everything has a spot to go, because that's something that I haven't had in a while. I'm looking at a pile of stuff right now. And I think it's like pretty ideal conditions that I traded a bunch of things for one thing. The one thing is really special to me. And on top of that, I do know with this one thing, if it stops being special to me, it has resale value and I could always get this money back if I decide to. So the next hurdle after making this big purchase was that I knew I definitely could not buy anything else in January. And the thing with that is it's totally in my control, but sometimes when you have an addictive personality, it feels like decisions are made for you. And it's felt like in the past, like, oh, I don't want to buy anything, and then I see something and I like have to buy it. And I was just really mindful of that this month. One thing that I did that I'm really happy about is I made a conscious decision to not browse at all, to even like on Instagram where I get those ads for Urban Outfitters, and sometimes I'll just like really quickly scroll past a couple. I was just scrolling off of them. I wasn't going onto websites that I knew would tempt me, and I successfully went the rest of January not purchasing anything. So I'm really proud of myself. And I feel really good about the couple of purchases that I made in January. Now, I want to make sure that this isn't like a habit. I definitely don't want to go into next month and do this again, and I'm still wary. But I feel like all in all, I am getting off on the right foot this year. I have also been keeping a rough list of like how many things I'm decluttering. And in January, I decluttered, I think like 120 items. So I'm really happy about that. And I just have to keep up taking in way less than I'm getting rid of and keeping my mind on that, not losing track, not losing motivation. And yeah. One other thing I want to mention too is that I kind of like decided during this month that going forward, I want to use everything I purchase within a week of getting it. I feel like that's like a really simple framing to make sure I'm buying things for now. I'm not buying things for like a future fantasy, a different season where I don't even know what I'm going to be into that season. And I did that this month and it led me to really good purchases. I think that's everything I want to say. I thought I might do like a little bit more of a check-in, but I don't think I have anything else to report. I hope if anyone else was also budgeting this January that they met their goals or are at least pleased with the outcome, because I am. I know other people in my shoes might not be. I know I'm very predisposed to be gentle with myself also, but all in all, I'm happy with it. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Stick around. February is coming right around the corner and we'll see how that went at the end of the month. And thank you so much for being here. Bye.